Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out this quick package here. Just got this from Fintiso, and it's interesting. I thought it was something else I was expecting that I had ordered, but no, it's actually a Fintiso knife. So I'm excited for that. We're gonna cut to the chase here, if you know what I mean. Doing a quick pocket check. I'm actually carrying the Apollo right now. I just did an unboxing on the Fintiso Apollo here recently. Right, this one feels really good with the ergonomics there. Forward choke option, very nice geometry on the blade, coated 14C28N, and the very interesting black and red sort of lava looking G10. I mean, this one is liner lock, pretty sweet. Flipper deployment, right? Got the opening hole there, right? The Spidey flick, thumb deploy all day, every day. Of course, this knife and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below. So if you're interested in checking prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff, right? Definitely check out those links. Those about the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you and at zero extra cost, right? So let's go ahead and open this bad boy here. All right, let's see. We have been on a Fintiso spree lately, and I'll share a few of those models. I know we've looked at the Cobra, the Parrot, Apollo, Falcon, right? And I think this is another model from them that we're going to check out. We'll see them side by side here in just a moment. Do we have an idea? We got Fintiso 3.5-inch folding knife, white. Okay, should be interesting. Here we go. Boom. We got the Fintiso zipper pouch there, all right, with the Fintiso logo, all right, quality stuff. And we got the knife itself. Ooh, already looking pretty nice. We're going to get to this bad boy in a second. We got a wiping cloth on here, and we got stickers, right? And we have scan to join the Fintiso Outdoors customer service and secondary sales community. And this is something that they're doing recently now, which I definitely give them props and kudos for. It's adding additional hardware. It's always welcome, right, to have that in the package. There's nothing like the nightmare of losing screws and then not having a replacement, right? If that's happened to you, right, you know exactly what that, how painful that can be. And of course, we got the Fintiso manual here, right? Typical stuff. All right, some of their models on there. I've showcased it here in some previous unboxings in the past as well, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for this guy. Oh man, let's take a look at this model here, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna say I should probably look at the manual because I know this one has a name that I haven't pronounced in a while here, and I want to double check I'm not butchering it. So this is gonna be the Rook series, right? Rook series. Kind of gives you an idea how they come. We got orange G10, we got white G10 and green G10, right? So the Rook series is what we're working with today. First impressions, I mean, this thing looks very, very elegant. Even from the pictures, right, I really dig what's going on here in the pivot. Right, got the Fintiso logo a little bit bigger than usual. Then we have this sort of gear going on around it, right, which looks very, very nice. All right, definitely looks interesting. And oh, I see what's going on. So the concave gears here actually are complemented. Let me see how you get the best lighting there. There you go. The gears there are complemented by the gears also kind of happening on the outside of that G10 scale, which is interesting, right? Definitely a new take. We do have prow liners on here. This is a combination of black and white G10. It kind of looks like a bolster, but it is so seamless in between the black and the white. How they managed to do that, I'm not sure. They just, you know, one flap of G10 and they just, you know, painted one side black, one side is white. And it's just, I mean, the way they did it is executed very nice. It's hard to see, you know, any smudging or any black coming into the white side or white going into the dark side, if you know what I mean.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
So definitely great quality there. We do have a different deployment options on here. So it looks like we have a front flipper and we have an opening hole here. So let's go ahead and pick one. Here we go. Let's go with the front flipper. We do have some, you know, very modest jimping going on here. Not too aggressive, it looks like. So let's go ahead and bam, open this bad boy up. Oh man, check this blade out. Holy smokes. That is one very gorgeous, beautiful looking blade, my friend. Holy smokes. Okay, let me go ahead and get this thing a wipe so you can see it comes nice and oil for you. So that way it can be, you know, you can be the one to wipe it off and it's protected. Of course, we have everyone's favorite budget steel going on here, the 14C28N. And this is one beautiful looking grind here. It kind of gives me sort of like bell satin finish, right, vibes, which is nice. We got a beautiful switch here. It's a beautiful drop point. geometry. I like the length of it. A lot of people were, recently I've been getting a lot of comments in the channel here. People saying, I love that knife, but it's too small for me. So apparently the large knife crowd out there is getting a hold of my videos. And hey, I believe it or not, I do feature large knives here all the time. So there you go. This one might be right up your alley here. Definitely got some good size for sure. Holy smoke. So we do have a liner lock, and it is, we do have some good access to that liner there, as you can see. So easy, right? Very easy to disengage. Oh, very nice and drop shotty also. Wow, that's nice, you guys. Wow. Yeah, that is very smooth there. It's not going to be a guillotine close, right? You can control it. And obviously, this is just brand new out of the box. So obviously, with the use, it would only get better. Holy smokes. Check out the alignment there. That is smack in the middle. Also notice it's actually nice and rounded here on the spine of the blade. The attention to detail. Of course, you have that opening hole, which is also milled on the edges, right, for comfort. So let's go ahead and Spidey flick it. Oh, yes, absolutely. All right, let's see. Wow. Okay, it's got a good Spidey flick. No doubt about that. Let's get the thumb deployment there. Oh, yeah. Different acoustics, too, depending on how you open it. Right, thumb deployment is pretty solid. Check it out. All right, so let's check out ergonomics. So it has a very interesting sort of drop-down handle on here, which I found recently. It actually goes really good with ergonomics, believe it or not. So it just kind of, let's see. The G10 is actually nice and contour, by the way, in case I hadn't already mentioned that. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Hold the phone. What is going on back here? I almost didn't catch that. Is that a jewel? Like some sort of diamond situation going on back here? Because that would be the first time I see something like that in a knife. And keep in mind, this is a affordable budget knife. So that's a nice touch there. Got a little bit of bling bling going on back here. Right? That looks like a pearl to me, like some sort of, diamond looking impression there on both sides, by the way. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, the G10 doesn't go through all the way. There's this thing going on back here. Is that the lanyard hole? No, it's not. The lanyard hole is actually through the middle here, right? This sort of backspacer tube, if you would. And, you could just run your lanyard through there, which is definitely the right call. But this is interesting. That's a nice little touch of detail right there. And honestly, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because I don't often see this on knives. And this is my first time seeing a little, something like that on a folding knife, which is definitely interesting. I'll tell you that right off the bat. And I don't know that I necessarily hate it. I mean, honestly, I don't know that I don't like it, to say the least. Again, I'm trying to find a way to say, that was tacky. Why would you do that? But I don't know. Somehow, some way, like give you guys a look. That somehow, some way, that looks pretty decent. It looks pretty good on there, right? Something unique, something different. The boring G10, continuous handles, whatever. I mean, we've seen that a bajillion times. Something a little bit different out of the blue. That definitely caught me by surprise there, you guys. Right? The whole, and again, it's not overdone. It's just a nice little circle on both sides. Not going too crazy. So, I mean, for as elegant as this knife is, I feel like, that might be a good complementing factor there. You guys let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on that? All right, definitely something different, something unique. I did want to mention that this is a sandwich construction build here with two standoffs there, which, by the way, are hidden. All right, so you have these G10 scales, which you will have to take off in order to access being able to take these standoffs, because you don't actually see the screws from the G10 side, which is interesting. We also have good milling on the inside for weight reduction, as you can see. I mean, overall, this thing continues to impress. Where were we? I think ergonomics. So, all right, ergonomically speaking, right? So this is your hammer grip. I have average hands, not the biggest of hands or smallest of hands. So you can see I can get a full purchase, right? No refund. I can forward choke on this bad boy. Yes, sir. You sure can. Look at that, right? I can forward choke here on the pivot area. Right, there's a little bit of a finger choil situation there, right? You can get some work done. Kind of wish the jimping extended just a tad bit more, maybe closer to right here where the swedge starts. That would have been nice to have some additional jimping there. So you could put your thumb back here if you forward choke, but something more further forward kind of feels more fitting for me, if I'm being honest. But man, that is one pokey blade right there, my friends. Holy smokes. So some good ergonomics so far. There you go. Some good front flipper action, Spidey flick, thumb deployment. I mean, looking very nice. Definitely making a good impression. You got somewhat, for the most part, deep pocket carry clip with inset screws. About this much of the knife is going to be showing, which is kind of like a little touch there with, you know, the actual diamond, you know, situation. It would actually stick out of the pocket. It is not reversible for some reason. I'm not sure why. Just kind of makes me feel like it would make a good reversible, right? EDC. Maybe they have a lefty version. I'm not sure. And as you guys know, my dexterity on my left hand left the chat since birth, but somehow, some way, I'm able to deploy it. So obviously, if you're lefty, right, then you would have no issues working with this knife. So I think a reversible pocket clip would have definitely been the way to go. Maybe something with a filler tab, right, like on the Vosteed Raccoon on this side. That would have been nice. But other than that, man, everything else is captivating about this knife. That blade looks gorgeous. A lot of times I see a lot of knives that kind of have a different handle situation, and then the blade doesn't match the design whatsoever. Here, I feel like that blade 1000% goes with that handle for sure. That's definitely very nice. And if this whole gear situation here will be interesting to see, right, how that works, you know, going in and out of the pocket, if it gets, you know, some lint or stuff like that. I'll definitely let you know, guys. This is just an unboxing, first impressions, first reactions video. So as you know, or the way I like to do things here on this channel, I kind of share my raw first impressions on an unboxing overview video like this. Then I carry the knife for some time, and then I share my comprehensive review, feedback, everything else I've been able to gather. So if you're not yet subscribed, this will be a great time to do so. If you like knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, you will not be disappointed. Let's do some size comparisons while we're here. I think we can do a whole family photo here. We got the Fintiso Cobra, right? That was the first Fintiso I got a chance to check out here on the channel. Here's one of my all-time favorites, right? Not just Fintiso, but knives in general. The Fintiso Parrot with a beautiful Warncliffe blade, a very elegant button lock. I mean, this one is very, very nice. And of course, guys, there are videos for all these in the channel. So all you have to do is put the name Miguel EDC on the YouTube search box. You'll find them right away. And all these are linked down below if you want to, you know, check them out, prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. Right, those links will be down there in the description and pinned comments. Right, there is the Fintiso Apollo, and here's the Fintiso Falcon. Right, these are the two more recent ones I've gotten a chance to check out. Currently carrying these for a review video here coming up in the near future. And honestly, I would think this guy, at first impression, that's what it is. Like aesthetically, in the way that it's so slim, it gave me the idea that it was a much bigger knife. But in a way, now that I'm seeing it side by side with these two, it's more or less in the same ballpark, but somehow aesthetically, like it's got some optical illusion going on. It just looks like, if you don't compare it or put it next to some other knives, it just has that ability to look like a bigger knife than it is, honestly. And it's already, I mean, a decently big knife. So I know it's not undermine that. We have about a little bit over 8 inches, like 8.15 inches overall length. So of course, always check your local laws, find out how much of a blade length can you carry. And last but not least, let's do some of the typical subjects here in the channel. We got the Manix 2. We got the Yojimbo 2. Definitely in that same vicinity, right? Just maybe a hair shorter, if anything, than the Rook there. Take a look for yourself. Here we got the Demko AD 20.5 and the new release Stealth Shark Cub. Those are going to be smaller EDCs. I have unboxings for these as well on the channel if you want to check them out in more detail. Now, next I got two large EDCs, right? The Sentinel Strike from Civivi is one of my larger folders here, and it actually, you know, gives the Rook there a good run for its money. I think it's maybe a hair longer there. And speaking of large knives, here's the Kizer Momo, right? The Momo is going to be obviously much larger. It is an overall bigger knife, but I wanted to just include it on here to give you guys an idea there. I think, again, the finish on this blade is very, very nice. You can see how it looks there on the light. And last but not least, two very recommendable EDC folders also in the budget category. We got the CJRB Hectare Alt and the Vosteed Raccoon, right? These are going to be slightly smaller, right? Also a shorter cutting path on the blade there. But again, you get the idea, right? Hopefully you own some of these, right? More or less gives you an idea where this guy lands, all right? So let's go ahead and do our scientific cutting test. This channel is very well known across the platform for having one of the most scientific cutting tests ever, right? Definitely up on, you know, level of Mythbusters or something. Bill Nye the Science Guy material. Here we go. We got a piece of paper here, right? A notebook paper, a little bit thicker than your typical paper. And let's just see how that 14C28N goes into that paper. Yeah, effortlessly, of course. Now, Fintiso knives always come very sharp out of the box. This one here is no exception. You definitely also have a lot of cutting path to go through with this one. Holy smokes. Yeah, you can go through a lot of material here, right? And yeah, it's cutting very, very well. Even on the sound of the cut, you could tell, right? It's actually pretty sharp. Right, pretty spot on 14C blade there. So we know it can do paper, right? What about cardboard, right? I got a single piece of cardboard here. It looks like dual wall, right? On the thinner side, dual wall cardboard. Remember when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but at an angle like this? Somebody left me a comment recently saying, hey, I'm in my 50s and I never knew that you could cut cardboard diagonally. I'm like, hey, yeah, you're welcome, right? I learned this from somebody at some point. I don't remember exactly who, but I've been doing it ever since. And it just makes cutting so much easier. So going through that dual wall cardboard, you can see the thickness there. It did it pretty well. Again, a flat grind. All right, look at that. All right, going through that material like nobody's business. And again, you do have, I gotta get good leverage here. Get a good grip with this hand. There we go. Bam. And something to keep in mind too, dual cardboard is always gonna be more challenging for any knife than single wall cardboard. Yeah, it would cut cardboard. So you can see, I do have a little bit of gunk here on the blade, right? A lot of you guys have been asking, what do I use for cleaning my blades, right? I use CLP, right? Break-free CLP. I featured it already in a few videos, but basically I just put a few drops, right? Nothing crazy, right? Put a few drops on each side. You can, carefully and responsibly run your finger through the blade here, kind of working that liquid there on the blade. You can start seeing that gunk coming off right off the bat. I mean, yeah, it definitely works, really good for anything adhesive or any gunk on the blade or anything like that. So just doing that right there for a little bit, and I give it like a few seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, then I wipe it off and it's just squeaky clean. I got two sets of cloths. I got this black one here, which I'm going to use to wipe off the CLP, break-free CLP. And then I'm just going to use this green one here to give it a nice final clean right there. Bam. All right. And look at that, right? It's like nothing was ever on the blade in the first place. And you guys rate this guy in the comments, right? On a scale from 1 through 10, how sharp is this guy out of the box, right? You guys let me know. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the Fintiso Rook, right? Fintiso Rook, available in different models here. We got orange, white, green, G10 options. You got the 14C 28N steel here and this beautiful drop point blade. It is a liner lock, right? And we got an opening hole here for reverse flick and thumb deployment. Of course, the front flipper here is absolute money. Monica. It's money, right? It's money. Now I can't get the accent shaken off. It's money. There we go. Total length, I was not wrong, right? 8.13 inches, right? I mean, overall, it's a pretty elegant, overall, great looking EDC knife right here for not a ton of money. I don't know the price exactly off the top of my head, but it's actually looking pretty good. By the time you're watching this video, obviously I would have linked this guy below so you can check it out. I mean, if it's anything like the Fintiso lineup right here, they're coming out with some banger budget knives. This one here is no exception, and it looks elegant as can be. All right, really digging everything about this knife so far. Got a few things here and there that obviously I'm going to carry for a little bit longer to see what the whole package carry experience is like. So if you're not yet subscribed, this will be a great time to do so. I make knife EDC content like this on a daily basis, and I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. If you got value or at least entertainment out of this video so far, definitely smash that like button. It helps the video here with the YouTube algorithm. I want to give a huge shout out to Fintiso for sending this in for me to check out and share with you guys. Also, shout out to my Patreon supporters on the screen there for all their love and support. You guys can support the channel on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. But let me know what questions you have about the Fintiso Rook or any Fintiso knife or any knife for that matter, guys. Let's hang out in the comment section down there. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Go ahead and check out the unboxing there on the screen for either the Falcon, which is pretty sweet from Fintiso, or the Apollo, right? Either one, if not both, right? They're pretty sweet EDCs. You should definitely check out, and they should be on your radar as well. Guys, thank you so much for making it to the end with me. It really means the world to me. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.